for anybody who's watching the recording, if you guys are ready.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Oh, great. It looks like we just had somebody join. Well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Madison Zulowitz, and I am the event coordinator here at Doug. So I help run our local meetup program as well as our regional program. So just here to tell you a little bit about Doug, kind of who we are and what all we offer. We're a free community for users, implementers, and resellers of Microsoft business applications. Our goal is to support Dynamics 365, GP, Power Platform, and now a little bit of AI as well as that continues to grow. We want to be able to give people the tools and resources to help them grow professionally and personally within their careers. Our rules of engagement is that we essentially ask that these meetups are held to be solely educational. So please no sales pitches. We want to make sure that everybody can come and attend these events and learn some free educational content and not be sold a product. But we also ask that you ask questions, stay engaged with your speaker. I know that they really appreciate it. And I'm sure that they'll tell you how they would prefer for you to ask questions, whether to raise your hand or in the chat. Doug or Dynamics User Group, we offer multiple different programs. So we have free online open discussion forums where you can go and ask the community a question about a specific product and they can help answer it for you. So if you're struggling with something that you need help with, they always have great resources and can help answer. We also have free webinars year-round. We have our conference coming up soon, DynamicsCon 2026, which I'll get into in a little bit. We have local meetups like this one that are location-based and non-location-based. So we have some that focus on mentorship program, or we have some Doug for Manufacturing groups. So lots of great opportunities to get involved locally where you are physically located at, and based on the industry that you work in as well. If you are unable to make one of our local meetups like this one, our YouTube channel is a great place to go and check out all of the other meetups that have been happening around the world. All of our virtual ones we post to our YouTube channel, so great place to go and hear about everything that's going on in the community. We also have DynamicsCon regionals, which are a little bit larger in scope than our local meetups like this one. And we have a mentorship program. So this is where you will get matched with a mentee, or if you would like to be a mentor, we're always looking for mentors as well. And you help somebody grow personally and professionally in their career. Like I had mentioned before, our 2025 DynamicsCon regionals, these are a little bit larger in scope than our local ones like this one. They are typically full day to 2-day events. They're always in person. We have breakfast, lunch, we have a social hour at the end. They're free to attend as attendees, and just a good way to get involved in your local community and gain some great educational content. We typically have 3 to 4 breakout rooms, each focusing on a different product. And they're usually about 150 to 300 people that attend these. So kind of on a smaller scale than a large conference, but really good way to get involved in your local region. We are going to Denver, Colorado in August, Ohio in August, Texas in September, and we'll be going to Tampa in January of 2026. We're also going international. So we just finished our regionals up in East and West Africa, and now we are headed to Europe. We're going to Copenhagen, Denmark in early September as well. Our largest conference of the year, 2026 DynamicsCon, is happening in Vegas from May 12th to the 15th. This is an almost full week event. There will be about 300 plus speaking sessions that are going to be happening. So very big conference. Last year we had about, I think a little bit over 2,000 attendees. So definitely our largest conference, and we have our early bird pricing going on right now. So if you're interested in attending, you can scan that QR code there. And then I'll send kind of some information in the chat, but if you guys have any questions or want to know a little bit more about Doug, feel free to just message me in the chat and I'm happy to help. And with that, I'll pass it back over to our speaker for the day. Thanks so much. Appreciate all of you listening.
Thank you for that, Madison. Let me just pull up the second screen here. Okay, are you guys all able to see my agenda that I pulled up?
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. All right. So welcome everyone. This is the first meeting of the Dynamics New Jersey Dynamics User Group. So thank you all for joining. We have on the call Manpreet, Pradeep, and Shobit, who are our leaders of the group. So thank you guys for hosting and thank you guys for being here. Today we're going to be talking about the autonomous service agents for Dynamics. We're going to get started with an introduction, and then I'm going to give a brief overview of the autonomous service agents, and then we're going to go over how to start configuring them and how they might be useful for your clients. So a little bit about me. I'm a functional consultant. I'm based in New York City. I have 6 years of experience in Dynamics. I've been doing mainly customer service for the past 3 years. That's everything from regular case management to contact center implementations. And I have experience across a couple different sectors: government, financial services, manufacturing, finance, and retail services. And I have about 3 or 4 end-to-end omnichannel implementations under my belt at this point. Co-leader of this New Jersey Dynamics user group. I like to run, I like to cycle, and I'm excited to see how far we can take this group along. That being said, I'll get started with an overview of our customer service autonomous service agents. And right now, these boil down to 3 big ones that are being promoted by Microsoft. I think there's a couple more coming down the pipeline for customer service specifically. There's also a couple other agents for sales, and forget what the other ones are. I'm not as involved with those, but I've been testing these 3 pretty extensively. And so the first one we're going to talk about is the customer intent agent. You can think about this as a skill finder for any cases that are coming in, or conversations if you're using the new contact center solution. So it's just about categorizing what the end customer wants or what their need is based on their messaging. The case management agent helps create and update and then resolve cases. So if you think about the case management agent, it's just going to be scraping information from your conversations and trying to fill in whatever fields it can on that case. And the last one is a customer knowledge management agent. This agent is going to be available on when you resolve a case, and also it's available to scrape any historical cases that you might have in your environment. Here's just an overview of the case management agent. So it updates cases in 2 ways: from conversations. Conversations, again, are like chat or phone, and from emails. So it can, as long as your conversation has a transcript, it can take that information and then use that to go ahead and try to fill in some of those fields on your cases. And we'll go over how to configure the fields that you want filled out in a second. I'm just going to cover the knowledge agent real quick. Again, the knowledge agent works on real-time creation. When you resolve a case, it'll ask you if you want to create a knowledge article out of the case you just resolved. And it's also available to do a batch job of, I think, 500 plus cases, and then try to create knowledge articles based off that. And of course, those knowledge articles still have to go through the normal review process. Lastly, the customer intent agent. Again, over chat or phone, it's going to be trying to classify your case into what's called an intent, and then you can assign these intents to different user groups and use that how you would use sort of like skill-based routing in the past, or use that to replace most of your routing, as you'll be able to see in a second. So with that being said, I guess we'll get started. I do have some slides in here for some important links. I think we can probably try to make these available after the call, along with some of the test data potentially that I'm going to be showing you guys. So a prerequisite to getting started with all these agents, I guess, if you want to really take advantage of them, is having your customer service workspace or your contact center workspace, an omni-channel license. And then ideally, you also want to have a good amount of data if you're going to be scraping the data for the knowledge management agent. So I should have conversations around here. We'll just pull up activities. But if you look, I think I have about 100 to 200 full cases and conversations that I generated. Again, if there's any interest in the chat, we can try to make these available for you guys so that you can bring them into your environments and start testing some of these agents. Or I think they're useful to have in general. I made these off of a prompt. Just gave it all the specific fields for contacts, the chat fields, and the email fields and case fields. So these took me a little while to generate. I think for the knowledge management agent, generally we want about 1,000 cases. Sorry, 1 second. If anyone has any questions, feel free to raise your hand and I can answer them. But if there are no questions for now, just keep going. So again, I have a bunch of activities already in my system. I have my omnichannel license. I have my customer service license. So now I'm going to be going over the admin side of how to enable these features. And so these features are available in your omnichannel admin center. Sorry, not omnichannel admin center. They're available there as well, but they're available in the Copilot service admin center. And the first one, intent, is available right here. You're going to have this switch to turn on the customer intent agent. We'll see here I have a dashboard for my intent insights. So this is just going to be a dashboard showing me any intents that have been captured by conversations automatically. So you see right now I have 14. A lot of those 100, 200 conversations that I imported were around the same topic. So that's why this number looks so low as compared to the 2,500 conversations that are available in general. And this number is taking into account all cases. For intent, you're going to be able to manage your intent discovery setup down here. So that's going to be your first step. And you're pretty much just creating a rule and adding what the different data sources are. So right now we have cases and conversations. If you were to do this for a customer contact center in the future, you would only have the conversations available here. Important call out, all three of these agents are going to be available for, I believe all three of these agents are going to be available for the contact center solution. So anything you're seeing from my customer service workplace should be applicable to your contact center solution if you're going to be implementing that in the future. And here we have just a daily run, as you guys can see, of it sort of scraping through any new conversations that I've had and trying to identify any new intents. And then those intents are going to be down here for me to then approve. We'll see I have some natural language in here as the intent that the agent captured. That's coming from the conversation data. And we'll see I have a couple different approved customer service agent approved intents. And what that means is that it's available to then have it added to a user group and then to then have routing work off of that. So we have intents there that can show up as pending and then you can approve later. And you have intent groups, which are general lines of business. So right now I have a product line, the earbuds line, as my intent group or consumer laptops. And then within each group, I have a couple of different intents, as you can see here. You have a couple of different attributes. And then for the intent groups, I can decide what user group I am then going to have those cases routed to. So we'll click into a user group. Right now we have just my hardware CS reps user group here. And I think right now it only includes myself. You can go back a little bit, but it's going to be somewhat like a queue where your user groups are the people that your cases are going to get routed to based off of the intent. So we have our two agents here, myself and Pradeep, who's also on the call. And so any cases with the intent that belongs to our user group would then get routed to us. And I guess we'll get into how to set this up right now. So in a work stream that I have created here, it's called Acme Chat Support. I created a chat work stream, and the intent routing is automatically set up here. So if we go to my fallback queue down here, you can see, oh, the message isn't showing, but it says up here that the routing, oh, no, it's in here. So it says intent-based routing. The queue is enabled for intent-based routing. The work items in this queue will be assigned to users belonging to the user group for a conversation. Users are not required to be added to this queue. Any skill-based rules will be ignored during assignment. So that's important. I have this at its highest capacity, but again, it's going to be ignoring these assignment methods and going with the intent-based routing that I've set up. So that's the fallback queue down here. And in here, we have my chat setup. So I just configured a basic chat. There's no special settings here. I'm not doing any pre-conversation surveys or anything like that. I just got a very basic chat set up and then copied my live chat widget here and then pasted that into a basic portal that I have set up here. So you can do that by just essentially adding it into the HTML of your portal. There we go. That's just a little line that you add to your portal page, and then the chat is enabled on your portal page. One last thing that I set up for this work stream was a bot. So the reason I set up a bot is because for the intent agent to really do its job, you want to have a little bit of conversation happening before the case even gets to your agent. So I set up a pretty basic bot here. We're looking at its knowledge articles right here, but these bots are able to create using Copilot as well. So what I did was I just went into Copilot Studio, click New Agent, and just conversationally with the builder, I had described what my needs were for this demo that I'm about to do, just saying, hey, can you ask a couple questions about your the product, the serial number, and the customer, and could you then try to escalate that to an agent? And we'll come back to this bot setup here in a bit. But for now, I'll just demonstrate the customer intent agent. So again, I have my AI agent set up here. The intent is turned on, and I am a part of the intent user group for all of them. I just click on this. Perfect. And now I have my customer service workspace open on one tab, and then Acme Technical Services, my basic portal, on another one. So I'll go ahead and start chatting. Perfect. Hello, I'm Acme Support Welcome Bot, a virtual assistant. Just so you're aware, I sometimes use AI to answer your questions. And I have it set up right now to just tell me to ask me for my first and last name so that that information can be available to the intent and to the case management agent, which we'll see later. So I'll just put George Costanza for now because there's too many cases with my name. George Costanza. Give it a minute to respond back. Hey, George Costanza, how can I assist you today? Could you please provide your phone number, the product you need help with, its serial number? This will help me better understand your issue and provide necessary support. So these are all messages I configured. I'm going to give it my phone number. I'm going to say my phone number. Phone number is this. The product I need help with is a PowerBook, and my serial number is, let's just give it a number. Okay, so in my agent setup here, I did create a new topic about this PowerBook specifically. I can show you guys briefly how to create a topic. So again, we're back in my agent here. I'm going to go to topics. And I clicked add a new topic and then add from a description from Copilot. And pretty much what I said was, give me the option to choose if it's an order, warranty, technical support, or other question. And then if it's, I believe I said technical support, try to answer the question. And if you're not able to answer it, then pass it off to an agent. So here we have that set up here. Again, I just used Copilot. I described that I wanted an option set here. We'll see the technical support branch here. And then there's an escalation here to an agent. So I'll just say technical support. My screen is experiencing a color shift. Oh, shift. Okay, and then so there's nothing really in this tree right here to try to answer the question. Ideally, we would try to answer that based off of the knowledge articles that we have. We'll see it didn't have anything to do there, so it's just going to send me straight to a customer service agent. So I'll click accept here. And then I'll just send a couple messages back and forth. We'll see here, I have a Copilot summary. So just giving me a description of what was happening with the agent. If I configured some more branches of that tree, this would be a little bit more descriptive. So really, the more you can have your end customers interact with the agent, the better, because then the conversation summary and the customer intent and the rest of the agents are going to have more data to go off of. Right now, I'm just going to manually feed it. I am having issues with my laptop's color shifting. I'm just going to say, okay, can I have your warranty number, please? And then here I'll say, sure, it is. Oh, I see. Shobit, you have your hand up?
Yeah, just quick question, Miguel. So when we are passing the control to the agent, can we configure all the information that was initially provided by the customer as a pre-context information to the agent over there?
Yeah, and you can set up forms as well. But so you can set up forms to capture some more structured data, but any information that you're giving to the agent before you hand it off is also going to be available, and we'll kind of see how that looks like when we actually see the case being created.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So and that's especially important. Thank you for that question. Yeah. So for the intents, we didn't really get to see it because it wasn't asking too many questions, but it's going to take the conversation summary and then make an intent out of that, and or match it to an intent, and then try to route that to the users that cover that intent pretty much.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
Miguel. Thank you.
No problem. And then I'm just going to ask, what's the product? What's the product? Products. And say PowerBook Pro. And then I'm just going to end it, and I'm going to say, okay, I have sent your case over to the warranty team. Please expect a reply within 2 to 3 business days. Can I have your email? And then I'm just going to do test123 at gmail.com. So I am only one agent, so it wasn't really the best demo of customer intent, but we can see after I close out this conversation, it should show up in that intent dashboard. So I'll go back to that. For now, I guess I'll switch over to the case management agent. So for the case management agent to work, we do at least need to create a contact. If there was a contact recognized, it would have mapped it to that contact. Right now, I'm using unauthenticated chat, so there's no previous information it could have about me unless I was very explicit saying that I was a customer that the system recognized from before. So we'll see here. Now my conversation has the contact filled out. And what I'm going to do is, I finished up talking to the agent. So I'm just going to close out the chat. Close. I'm done with that chat. And then coming back in here, should see that the conversation ended, and we'll see the cases being created pop up on the top right. And this is related to that customer case management agent. Sorry. Go ahead, Pradeep.
I think this might be a good question for the audience that's watching. So, like, how do these autonomous service agents differ from like a traditional Power Virtual Agent or like Copilot features in Dynamics?
Right. So it just enables you to do a lot less work. So if we're looking at the case right now, we can see I created a contact, and then I just waited for the conversation to be over, and then this case was auto-generated. So we'll see it shows the subject for me, which was a troubleshooting. It could have been a warranty case. This is sort of where the case management agent is a little iffy with these lookups. It'll try its best to match the subject, but obviously you might need a human intervention in the end to set the actual subject if it changes throughout the conversation. But we'll see here it matched the serial number. I think product, I must have not have been descriptive enough. Or do I have PowerBook? Yeah, I don't think I have PowerBooks in here. So if I had chosen one of these products that are available to the system, it would have filled that out. Oh, there's a PowerBook laptop. So sometimes it doesn't fill them out, but if you can be a little bit more descriptive, then the more descriptive, the more rich the conversation is, the more fields are able to be filled out here.
Makes sense. Yep. It looks like Rahul has a question. Rahul?
So the question I have is, Miguel, so you meant that I saw that after the conversation, it created a case which is good for the portal. So what if like one of the client is for the custom form, like custom table they have created to capture those information? Is there any setting which we can do and map those field to create that record?
Yeah. And I guess I put the cart before the horse here. I'll go back to our Copilot Service Center and cover the case management side of things. So that's in case settings. You'll see it at the top here in the case management agent. And so there's the autonomous case follow-up and resolution, and then the case creation and update autonomous assistant. So that's going to be what we're going to be using for now. And you'll see you can select the different channels. So we have chat and email enabled right now. I'm not sure where phone is in the pipeline, but down here you can see, I think that serial number field is actually one that I custom created. So pretty much if you create a custom field and it's available in here, you should be able to use it. But I think I have been able to, yeah, we'll see I have two products. So I have a custom product field as well. So if it's the right data type, you should be able to add it to be able to be populated by the case management agent.
Okay. And if it's a totally custom table instead of the case table, like I am working with a client, they have everything. They are not using the case management. They are using the complete custom table, custom forms. So I was thinking from that perspective.
I see. So you want to create custom records based off of conversation data.
Yep.
I would have to talk with the Microsoft product team and see if that's anywhere down the pipeline. You can imagine for something like contact centers too that are just conversation based. Also, this case creation isn't really applicable. So I guess this is really like case specific for now. We'll have to see about any other agents that are coming down the pipeline or that maybe we can create. Can I answer your
Got it.
question, Rahul?
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And then so you pretty much select the channels that you want, the fields for AI prediction, and then if you want to update cases, right now I have no condition in here. So if my agent had created a case and then just close the conversation, this rule would then allow the same case management agent to go in and update that case instead of me waiting to create it like I did in this situation. Any questions so far? I guess I'll just cover the other side of the case management agent, which is just the autonomous case follow-up and preview. And this just allows you to set a rule. For example, here, status reason, if a case is, let's say, waiting for details, we can set a number of follow-ups and then some wait times for this case to stay in this status reason. And then this case follow-up agent will go and suggest to the agent that's looking at the case that they should follow up on it, essentially. So it's just a way to send some reminders to your agents to follow up on their cases. And we'll cover the knowledge management agent real quick so that I can close the loop on that case that I had up there. So for the customer knowledge manage agent, there's just a couple settings. Real-time creation, so we want to allow the system to do real-time creation after you close a case, and we want to allow it to also start creating those from historical cases. And one call out here, I feel like there was a licensing issue that I had here at first. So this might use a different resource group than the other two agents. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're trying to start out using this customer knowledge management agent. Let's see. I think this should be on. So I'll go ahead and resolve this case and see if it pops up. We'll just call it a warranty replacement. And okay, so here you can see the button. So you have the choice of if you want to have a knowledge article proposed for this case or not. So I'm going to go ahead and click resolve for now. Okay, we'll see it's generating. And there's a pretty simple resolution for this case, which was just, yeah, I guess there was no resolution. But for cases where it's a little bit more descriptive and you have, let's say, some troubleshooting steps that you're trying out, it can go ahead and take the conversation that you had and generate a knowledge article in the format that's been defined here, where it has an issue, a cause, and a resolution. Just going to go ahead and create this proposal for now. Okay, cool. So again, we have Copilot highlighting and summarizing the conversations that I've had for this case. It's working here to summarize the conversations that I've had with this customer. I'll come back to that. The next feature I wanted to show you guys related to the customer knowledge management agent is the historical mining. So we'll look at the creation process log. I have a big one that I completed here that created 3. These do take a while to run, so just be mindful of that if you're starting one of these. And there's just lost it. But so there's rules that you can set up to close or to limit the subset of cases that you are generating these knowledge articles from. And I do believe, again, for the customer knowledge management agent, I do believe this is coming to contact center as well. So it is limited to cases currently, as you can see on my screen, but in the future, you should be able to generate these knowledge articles based off of the conversations that are in your environment. We can look at a couple of the knowledge articles that were generated from this agent. And these were generated from some more rich text. So we'll see the FitTrack Pro smartwatch is experiencing syncing issues, is unable to connect via Bluetooth. So I'm going to take this issue and try to ask my agent about that. What I did was I took this article that it gave me, I plugged it into just a text file, and then I uploaded that into my agent here and under the knowledge articles. I did try to use the knowledge articles directly off Dynamics, but I ran into an authentication issue because my users accessing the chat are unauthenticated, and I do need authentication to be able to access any of those Dataverse records. Sorry, go ahead, Pradeep.
No, it's fine. So is the idea also to kind of guide the customer service representatives like with this knowledge management documentation, like when they're like encountering a specific issue that kind of maps to the knowledge-based document that this is creating? Like, is it going to auto-populate the document, like depending on the case?
Yeah, so if you can imagine a real-world use case, a customer is calling about a laptop that is getting like a USB issue is faulty.
Sure.
And then the agent saying, hey, can you go ahead and restart the laptop? Can you reinstall these drivers? And can you check this value for this setting for me on your laptop? That information is captured in the conversation. And so the idea is when you then go and resolve that case, that conversation is captured and the agent's pulling, here's a couple of different troubleshooting steps that I gave. And then I would then go and propose that knowledge article for the admin of the environment to approve or deny. And in a perfect world, you would have the Dataverse knowledge article integrated here.
Yeah.
So that when that external knowledge article gets published, knowledge. When that external knowledge article gets published, you're then able to, it's directly linked to your welcome bot. And then instead of an agent having to answer that question the next time, it's just the bot that's taking that, that case knowledge that you propose, that knowledge article you proposed, and directly answering the customer instead of that coming back to the agent.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, this is awesome.
So, and it's meant the more data you feed into it, the better it's going to get at it. So if we look at the intents, you can imagine, let's say something like a tax agency, for example. Maybe they have a new tax regulation coming out, and they're expecting, maybe not prepared for, an influx of new conversations that are going to be coming in related to this one this one new tax regulation, for example. So we could then come in here. I think, this one's from today. So is it? No. These two are from today. So we'll see, like, remove display color shift issue on PowerBook laptop, resolve troubleshooting issues with PowerBook laptop. So these new intents are coming in based off of what people are writing in. Ideally, you can assign all these intents to different intent groups. You see this happened automatically. It just got assigned to the PowerBook intent group. But if you're having new stuff coming in, you can create new intent groups and potentially dedicate resources to those intent groups a little bit more smartly. Maybe you have people who, you know, are very knowledgeable about that and it's a brand new issue. This would make it a lot more quicker than, you know, adding a skill manually or doing whatever manually. It's taking whatever intents are coming in and you're managing what's happening after that. Like, do I want to send them to this group of people, or do I want to potentially update my agent to try to answer some more of those questions based off those intents that I see are coming in?
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just try to quickly ask about this FitTrack Pro syncing issue. I'll do another run here of the Copilot. So I'll just close this out. Oh, and something else that I guess I'd want to highlight is that the bot here, the chat conversation tree that you're using, it's available for both chat and telephony. So that's pretty cool. I've seen this demoed recently. Essentially, the conversation structures that you're setting up for the chat would be used by the telephony integration using the transcription feature here. So if you go to channels here, all I would have to do is turn on my telephony channel here. So I have my chat connected here, but I can also turn on my telephony channel, and that would allow this same agent to work with the chats coming in as well as the phone calls coming in. So I thought that was pretty cool. One quick call out there, I can find it. If you are wanting to use this chat feature, you are going to have to install a couple solutions in your environment. So those would be the Power Virtual Agents telephony extension. That one you're going to have to download first. The Omnichannel Power Virtual Agent extension and the Omnichannel Voice Power Virtual Agent extension. So I have included those in here in case anyone wants to see those. And then another quick call out, if you do want to start exploring these as well, the documentation for these agents is available on Microsoft Learn as well. To get the full step-by-step guide of how to enable them, there are a couple of these that require some flows to be turned on. So that would be my call out for setting these up.
And Miguel, just to confirm, have you added all of these as part of the slide deck?
These links here?
Yeah, the links, yeah.
No, I can make these, I can add these in the slide deck.
Yeah, if you can add them, that will be great. Like if we were to share it to our attendees. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then I haven't really been looking at the chat, but again, if anyone wants this conversation data, it's generic. It's set for just Acme technical support. I think we should be able to make it available so that you guys can start using these agents in your own demo environments.
Cool. And like, if an organization is thinking about adoption, like, do you have any insights on licensing? It's fine, like if you need to get back to on this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm still not entirely clear on how the licensing looks like for this. But what I can tell you, I guess, is that I think it is going GA in October. So if things aren't clear now, they should be clearing up in October. And then the guidance I've gotten from Microsoft is that these features would be made available for GCC hopefully 90 days after that.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not the best person to ask about the licensing, but
yeah,
I can try to include that in the slide deck afterwards as well.
Yeah, sure thing. Like if you were to have a conversation with a Microsoft rep, and yeah, if they have a point of view, it will be great to add that.
So I'll just do one more real quick then to, there we go, and then the other one right there. That's not it. Here it is. Okay, I'll just do one more chat about a knowledge article that it does have some information on. Sorry. Just looking at my topics here. Let's chat. So again, please tell me your first and last name. I'm going to use your name this time, Pradeep. Wait for it to respond here.
Carry the bot with that name.
My number is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am having an issue with my BitTrack Pro, and its serial number is 3. So I'll say other. Okay, well, I'll have to work on getting the agent better set up to handle the knowledge management here. I think my topics must just be messed up here. Topics. Yeah, also because I added that that topic around the specific PowerBook issue, it must be routing towards that right now. Thank you, transferring to an agent to further assistance. I should be getting a call in here. And so what's likely happening here is because FitTrack is a different user group than the one I'm in, it's going to try to send that to any agents that are a part of that user group. So this should be coming around back to me soon enough. But because I'm not the main person to reach out to for those FitTrack pros, it's going ahead and trying some other agents right now before it gets to me. So we'll just wait for that to come in.
Makes sense. And yeah, while we're waiting, Miguel, can you think of any limitations or challenges that you'd like to share with the group?
Yeah, that's good. I guess we can cover that since we've already kind of covered this. One concern that I have brought up is that I'm still not entirely sure how to make it so that these intents are only applicable to certain queues. So if your organization wanted to start trying out something like intent or the case management agent, I think it would be nice to try to do that within a specific queue so that you can limit the effect you're having on the rest of your business. But as of right now, I don't know where that's available, but I have been told by Microsoft that it is available for a specific queue in case anyone wanted to try this out on just a subset of queues instead of turning it on for their entire environment. And then another call out would be the consumption, I guess. I think that's probably something to be mindful of if you're using customer intent for every single case. I'm just not sure what that consumption looks like. So that might be something to keep in mind when you're assessing whether you want to bring on these agents into your implementation, as well as for something like case management knowledge management. That's not currently available for conversations. I do think that that's coming down the pipeline, but just, if you were really looking forward to selling these with a contact center implementation, I would just be mindful that, as of right now, it is only available for cases, at least in my environment right here.
Yeah, sounds good, Miguel. And I see Indrajit has joined. Hey, Indrajit, thanks for joining. So we are almost about to have the session, but yeah, we'll definitely have a recording for this, and yeah, we plan to post it in the YouTube channel for DUG. So yeah, hope you can watch that.
Are there any other questions? No, well, I think that's about the
Great
end of my
session,
content.
Miguel. Thank you for sharing all this information with us. It's very useful. And in case means any one of us need any help, we will reach out to you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, really appreciate it, Miguel. And yeah,
Yeah, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Anyone listening, if you have any questions, and I'll try my best to answer them, I guess.
and yeah, for those who are probably watching us on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. We hope you found the session insightful. And yeah, please do like, share, and leave your thoughts or comments. So yeah, we'll definitely try to get back to you. And yeah, looking forward to seeing more attendees for our next session. So until then, stay curious, keep exploring, and yeah, let's continue building a stronger D365 community.
See you
Great
guys.
first session, guys. Congrats. And thanks, Miguel. Appreciate your insightful session. It was great.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Have a good rest of your week.
You guys as well.
Thank you, Madison. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.